Gentlemen, welcome. Oh, I gotta bring in StoiC. There you are. Hello, StoiC. Welcome to the show tonight. We got the Chile Mountain Fight Night brought to you by Vivify this evening. Teams participating this Friday will be ReGen and Forge Esports. StoiC, how you doing tonight?
Good. I'm hyped. We're on the PTR tonight, so it's gonna be a exciting time for us.
I forgot about the PTR. Yeah, we are here. That's really fun news. So we got brand new D.Va, brand new Gazlowe, as well as those fantastic Gladiators medallions. Let's go over the bans. I honestly don't know who banned what. They told me what the bans were. It was Sky Temple, Braxis Holdout, Dragonshire, and Alterac were the 4 bans. You guys at home can pick who banned what. I don't know. Move my microphone out of the way a bit there. But yeah, Infernal Shrines, we do know that this is the pick of Forge Esports, so ReGen on the left-hand side will be the first to draft here.
We'll see if they're going to put the same priority on things like chromie that we've seen in the current live patch, or if she'll drop off a little bit in priority, and they'll opt to try and pick up one of these new reworked Gazlowe or D.Va.
Yeah, I haven't seen the D.Va played yet in the in-houses. Maybe it's just the matches I've watched. I have seen the Gazlowe. It looks alright. I think the turrets are a bit weak. On a map like Infernal Shrines, it might make sense to bring a Gazlowe here. This is the map I had seen him played on. D.Va, I guess, has a case here as well. Her mech explosion kind of does some good zoning in the shrine.
Yeah, it's funny. Every match I've watched of in-houses has almost always included the D.Va.
Okay.
So it's funny. I saw one today, I think, on Infernal with D.Va, main tank. I think players
main
are still
tank.
trying. Yeah, we'll see if that actually rolls through. Chromie's still here. These bans actually could have been bans from the current live patch.
Yeah, well, it's going to be a quick pick onto Deckard Kane for Weary Day after we saw Ana, Yarel, Garrosh, and Chromie banned out. It's going to be 2 picks now for Forge Esports. They can just go ahead and grab that D.Va and Gazlowe if they want. They're both available.
I think they'll need a little bit more. They could. It definitely could happen. The D.Va needs a little bit more predictable, reliable CC that can be followed up on from the bruiser slot, so Gazlowe doesn't quite bring that. His new bomb is a little bit of that, but there she is.
Well, they get one of them. They get the D.Va. They're going to pair it in with the Greymane. All-around good hero with Greymane, and brand new mech suit for Miss D.Va. We'll see if Tenidakiel can get going in that mech. Or what will the counter be from ReGen? What kind of options are there, really? What have you seen so far that's shut down the D.Va, StoiC?
Garrosh is one, Stukov another, Malfurion is also one. Malfurion not possible, Stukov not possible. But
not probable. Not probable. They could go double support.
It's true. It's true. Junkrat has some decent options there with the D.Va. Can boop a mech back. Can root a pilot when she gets out of a mech. Really, with D.Va, if Red Team does not bring some reliable follow-upable CC, we'll be in a little bit of trouble.
Well, there's the final ban from Forge Esports onto Malthael. It's going to leave one more now for ReGen on the clock. Already having their support, their tank, one of their damage dealers. Still really need that off lane, and probably I'd expect a melee paired in with the Junkrat as they ban away Diablo, who's been very strong as of late and can do really well here on Infernal Shrines as well with so many nice walls to bang into. Also definitely helps with the Greymane. That dive-on-dive combination with Diablo and Greymane is fantastic. So maybe a smart ban that time from ReGen. 2 picks now for Forge. We're going to go with Brightwing and Sonya.
Yeah, interesting ban on the Diablo. I think they were maybe thinking that D.Va was going to be that offlane. Still a possibility, but with the Sonya pickup, very unlikely.
Yeah, so you mentioned main tank D.Va. This is it.
Yeah, for all the fans.
Well, if you're a fan at home and you like seeing D.Va play main tank, let us know in chat. And hopefully that is the case. Maybe it's a double bruiser with the tank. We don't know. Dahaka for Porky. And a Rainer going to be picked up by God Filth.
Is this just going to be like a Li-Ming from Carbon?
I don't see why it wouldn't be.
I was thinking maybe it's going to be an Orphea, but, they have a lot of blue team has a lot of tools to shut down on Orphea, but Li-Ming, like...
I think Orphea's a bit better on Infernal Shrines, if that makes a difference to you. Sylvanas, also good. I'm not mad about that either.
Oh, yeah.
Sylv actually is interesting that Wailing Arrow can really help secure kills onto Dahaka when he thinks he's safe with those Tunneling Claws post 16. You know, Sylvanas is just like, nah, dude, I got my Wailing Arrow, you're silenced, and yeah, that Essence, nope, you can't use that either, you're dead.
Yeah, it's also going to be a good one because, you know, D.Va's not going to have the ability to interrupt Mosh in the same way that another tank might, so that gives another interrupt for red team.
Well, if you're trying to find out who the casters are tonight, I see you in chat, Ezreal. I'm Murda. Hello.
I'm StoiC. I don't know if you're waiting for me.
That's StoiC over there. I thought they were going to set up that command. I'm so sorry. Someone yell at Chillrog. Chill, can you set up some commands? And can you also fix the title without the capital G in ReGen? How dare you? I'm the founder of ReGen. You gotta show us some love, my man.
Yeah, it's ReGen, not ReGen.
ReGen.
ReGen. It's ReGen versus Forge Esports.
Game number 1, this will be a best of 5 this evening. As a reminder, we are on the PTR, so this D.Va is the new D.Va, and it appears to be playing main tank. Definitely exciting. Let us know in chat who you're here rooting for. Hashtag RG or hashtag FE. And we'll tally up those votes, let you know at home. Game number 1, let's go.
Prepare yourselves for battle, heroes.
And introducing these players on the left-hand side, subbing in tonight, we got Madara Uchiha playing the Junkrat, Got Filth on Rainer, Weary Day on the Deckard Kane, and regular players of this squad, it's Hot Show on ETC, and TG Porky on Dahaka. Give it up for the boys in green, baby. They're known as ReGen.
The battle begins in
And on the red
10
team,
seconds.
we have Winterheart playing Greymane, Tenedactyl playing D.Va, Valimar on Brightwing, Carbon on Sylvanas, Funds playing Sonya. It is Forge Esports.
We cannot tarry.
All right, here we are. PTR action. Main tank D.Va, let's see what she's starting to build. It is the liquid cooling activate to gain effects of healing fountain. Requires mech mode. Okay, interesting. Wait, so she just has a healing fountain wherever she goes? Is that right?
Yeah, and it's also reduced cooldown, but she's going to probably need that here as D.Va's mech drops the Deckard Kane there.
Yo, look at this human form doing some good damage to ETC. They're going to trade out First Blood almost simultaneously. But this could be more for ReGen, locking in that Sylvanas with a scroll of sealing. Well played by Weary Day, as ReGen's going to take that 2.5 to 1 lead. Does it still count as a half kill when you kill the mech? Let me check the stat board. Yeah, it's still a half death for D.Va when you kill that mech. Okay, I wasn't positive.
So here's the thing, D.Va's going to bring some great wave clear and some good damage, but especially like that she's not going to bring that CC, where ETC, Junkrat, and Deckard are really going to be able to control team fights and control areas.
Well, both sides trying to pick up their siege camps right now. I did take a look down at chat. Looks like there's some support here for Forge Esports. They got 2 of your votes. ReGen, a big fat goose egg, baby.
The hunter lays a trap for his prey.
Camps cleared about nearly at the same time. These two teams will now show up to the bottom, possibly duel over this bottom camp. We're seeing some pings onto it right now. There's a slide and a root. D.Va neck falls for the second time.
Concussion mine as well. Tenny is in a horrible spot. That'll be mech and pilot that time, but ETC gonna pay for it again. Here comes Brightwing on the phase shift. What?
Wow.
Did she cancel it? What happened there? I think she got interrupted by Rainer, no? Something.
Possibly. That's the second time Brightwing tried to get that phase shift off and was not able to, as the target did fall. 4 kills to 2 in favor of ReGen here.
Wow. I was like, wait, Brightwing's coming in. This is going to save the Greymane. It must have been the penetrating round from Got Filth that saved the day there. If you're a CCL org owner potentially out there, pay attention to these players. A lot of them, I'd imagine, going to be trying to apply for CCL, so a great look opportunity here to see if maybe one of these players would be great for your org.
In the top lane, Porky and Funds kind of just facing off, not too much happening. They're playing their own game.
Well, both sides grabbing these bruiser camps about the same time, and the XP totals are about the same, so we're pretty close to tied up here, although ReGen in the lead with kills. You know, the rest of the game telling a bit of a different story. It's Forge Esports hanging in there right now.
Yeah, we just saw in the top lane, Fun's actually forced to use that Gladiator Medallion to survive. It's a 5-minute cooldown. We'll try and keep track of where those do happen, as they will be extremely impactful in this new patch, I guess.
Well, Shrine's been starting up. Murder Punisher bottom lane here, and Mech is active, ready to go with a big bomb from Tennydack. You'll see at what point that's going to be released. There it is. Concussion Mine actually going to boop it to the right side of the Shrine, as D.Va Pilot's going to fall, not able to get back in the Mech while that was still queued up to explode. So 5th kill of the game for ReGen. They got the level 7-6 lead, and trying to gain position inside this Shrine with the help of the Haka.
Yeah, ReGen without a tank and without level 7, they're going to be a little bit struggle to make use of that upgrade. Oh my gosh, Greymane falls as I'm stumbling over my words here. Brightwing again not able to get that Z off.
And Fun's without a whirlwind could be in trouble here, surrounded by some blue shirts, and will fall as well. A double kill for ReGen, make it more as Carbon tries coming in to finish off the Shrine, but wasn't quite able to. Now D.Va getting booped away. She's low. Brightwing trying to come in, but once again, can't get the phase shift off because the target dies. 3 more needed for ReGen, and they get it. All the kills and somehow come back in the Shrine.
Wow, what I was trying to say, but I just couldn't get it out, was it would be really bad if Team Forge Esports tried to contest without a tank and without level 7, which is where we saw 3 or 4 heroes just fall one after the other there.
Well, here comes Brightwing again, but Winterheart's going to die anyway. Valmar down to about 60% health, has to retreat. Mortar Punisher still pushing through the wall with 38% on that health bar, and it looks like ReGen's going to get the first structure of the game down. Also want to note, there was a bruiser camp pushing for the majority of that Shrine fight, so it got a little bit of value up top for ReGen as they're looking to find more invading onto this siege camp of Forge Esports.
Yeah, really solid first protector. I mean, this is a pre-5-minute protector Punisher that is now taking some decent damage off of this bottom keep wall.
Taking a look at these talents again. We did look at them early. Apologies for not bringing them up for a bit. The D.Va build, that's what you guys are probably most interested in. It's Aggression Matrix at level 4. And then at level 7, hit the Nitrous. Bit of extra speed.
Also of note in the build category is Greymane with a cocktail build at 7.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
Camp's pushing multiple lanes now for ReGen bottom lane with the catapult. You do see those Cosser minions coming in, and now mid, where ReGen's going to stack up with 4 heroes and level 10 talents. Still about a full level away for Forge until they reach their heroic level. So this is a great opportunity to siege here without D.Va able to do much on the front line. This could be a wall. Now she's booped over, power slide in. Stay a while and listen, Tenny, and see you later. 11th kill of the game for RG as they're trying to knock down the second fort of the game.
Wow, you know, Not Paradox had that video recently about Got Filth's Junkrat, but Madara here bullying D.Va with the Junkrat this game.
Some are saying the newest HOTS prodigy. Rumor is 17 years old and looking like a pro. You gotta believe he's gonna find his way into CCL. And tonight, playing alongside these guys on ReGen, really looking like he plays well in a 5-stack. So if you're looking to see stuff like that out of this young gentleman, Madara Uchiha, oh boy, you are in for it tonight.
A lot of these players have been playing so many scrims all day. Like, I think this is a really good time for these teams to be showing off because they've all been practicing so much.
Bruiser camp gonna be held here by Forge. On the opposite side, Madara still trying to finish off the Shaman. Pretty close to getting that done with a potion nearby. Should be just fine. Now Fun surrounded by multiple heroes. There's that Wrath of the Berserker whirlwinding around as Brightwing's gonna come in with the phase shift. Or does she? I think it was canceled again. Fun's is low, but the mech gonna get the kill. There's the Riptire from Madara gonna knock down one from Forge Esports as Penny tries to evade and will fake it out. Porky wants something though, look at him. He's supersonic, but he can't find a target as of yet. Might have Carbon, no, instead as D.Va Tenny low, pops that bunny hop, but can't get away. Now silenced by Porky's isolation and destroyed. Regen with kill number 13. Looking for more, they get 14 on Greymane.
You know, this Rainer just dealing so much damage. Brightwing struggling to heal against all of that just damage coming out.
Well, Shrine's activating in about 1 second. Taking a peek at a few of these other screens here. APM leader right now is Got Filth on the Rainer. As Sylvanas, whoa, Porky? He's got a solo kill. What?
Yeah, Porky was dueling with Carbon down there in that mid lane.
Look at Porky go.
Came on top.
Our kill leaders right now, 7 in the bank for Got Filth and Madara Uchiha with 4.5 on the Junkrat. 3 deaths so far in the game for Hot Show, but when your team's behind you getting 15 total kills, you can't hit yourself too much.
Yeah, definitely. At the end of the day, if the tank dies, as long as the other, as long as
Riptire
dies.
Winterheart tried to run away. Oh, lives with 45 health. All right. Well, they're going to try to chase this down. Porky is fast. Here comes Hot Show looking for the base melt kill, but can't quite get it. Porky looking now for a drag. Pops his essence, but getting hit by a lot of stuff, including that bunny hop. Final shot comes in from Sylvanas wailing. Arrow securing a kill. 4th death of the game for ETC.
There's that Gladiator Medallion of Fun to try and continue the fight here to dodge that Deckard route. Not able to find anything though. Winterheart, wow, with 300 health, has the fortitude to just turn around and just take out that ETC for the 4th time in this match.
Unbelievable. The escape there by Greymane. I think you got to credit the assist from D.Va, actually.
Team's Punisher has fallen.
Main take D.Va can peel.
She got the boobs.
Boobs are real, baby.
It's going to be a bottom lane siege camp attempt here from Regen. Looks like Forge might be rotating down. You see them coming in quick with those nitro boosters from D.Va, but just a moment too late. Regen will secure the camp. Now just a half level away from their level 16 talents. D.Va going into the target locked at 13. That'll help reduce armor, apparently, and reduce movement speed. Okay. That's kind of the let me hold you here and kill you talent.
Quick note on other quest talents. ETC with 12 on Frog Rock and Greymane with 5 on that Incendiary Elixir. Look at those cocktail stacks.
Deep rotation through. You did see that Emerald being used by Dahaka there, reducing the healing of Sonya during her Whirlwind. Funds likely going to fall. It's going to be a nice drag in from Porky to help secure that one. Camp's pushing multiple lanes too, StoiC, so with Sonya dead, that kind of limits the options of how they can handle this sort of pressure right now.
Yeah, what I'm looking at here is level 16 advantage, 5 heroes top lane with a catapult coming down. They're looking to see if they can maybe drop this keep.
They're definitely getting through the wall with a catapult behind them, and that Hyperion in the sky that could get a little bit of additional damage here onto the keep, but bunny hop coming out from D.Va, and Madara trying to kite it out. Will now drops that concussion mine, should be just fine. With the help of that Ripper Air at level 13, giving him a bit of extra distance away from his opponents.
You know, that D.Va not able to find that 4th bounce stun that she was looking for there. Ultimately no kills, but the fort lit, or the keep lives. This is a big win. User camp got to be stolen away. Not much that Forge can do about this one.
Just got to soak up 16s right now. Not too many other options. Hope that Regen doesn't push in again, but without Rainer having that Hyperion, I don't expect them to get too aggressive here. Tenny showing up with that bomb ready to go on D.Va. Hot Show here as well. He's the one who's fallen 4 times. You see the 4 deaths on the screen. All of them are ETC. But they have plenty of poke.
Greymane's coming up from bottom, looking to show all 5 here in defense of the keep. Regen will back off for the million.
Yeah, I think just seeing that Greymane, like you said, that's enough for Regen to decide. Not worth it in that moment. Played a bit slower. But might have to slow down even further now as 16 has been achieved by Forge Esports. Let's look at some of these talents being locked in. Will be the Hush from Brightwing, which can do a lot of work onto heroes like Junkrat, who rely heavily on getting off some of these abilities of his. Standing with the bunny hop, not going to get the greatest value, but does slow down the advance from Regen. Here comes that Riptire being moved around nimbly by Madara. Only going to find Tenidocule, and we'll use that explosion. Trying to boop him back a bit. Here comes Porky with the extra speed. Bomb's been deployed. D.Va is low. Silence is out, and she'll be able to get back in the mech. No kills from that bomb as the fight continues, StoiC.
Big sleep drop, but only Sylvanas is found here. This fight actually could go either way. Sonya, during this whole time, has got 15 minions on the shrine. Silence goes down to BCC, but Brightwing is grabbed by Dahaka. Huge lockdown. The Mosh grabs 2 with a Wailing Arrow. Comes out to the close.
There's the Hyperion from Raynor, going to help zone this out even further. Sonya's down. Tenny not able to get in a mech. Now power slide on. Waiting for the face melt. Oh, the concussion might will do it. There's another kill from Madara Uchiha. Winterheart's down as well. It's just Carbon left on the map. Can ReGen make it all 5? Looks like they're going for it. Trying to Haunting Wave out, and will for now no. Grabbed by that power slide, and Dahaka gonna clean it up. It is a mega kill for ReGen. 22 in the game.
You know, Gladiator medallions are being popped like candy during that fight, but ultimately it was not enough to keep Forge Esports alive.
Alright, so this will be third objective for ReGen. Am I counting good?
I think you are counting well. I think it is third.
I'm counting well, thank you.
Summon the Frozen Punisher.
It's a Frozen Punisher mid lane. Pretty decent at helping destroy these structures, of course, with those frozen orbs that go out. Able to lock down anything they touch, so we'll see what he can do here as ReGen going to try to secure their first keep of the game. This is a backside Sonya being scouted out by Porky. Here comes the rotation power slide through. Funds is low. Phase shift coming in, but not in time yet again.
Wow, you know, this is about to be a level 20 to level 17 fight here on this core. I don't know if they have enough. If this Punisher has 40% health still. Winterheart in a little bit of trouble trying to do those dodge. Brightwing is now there to help out. Winterheart survives. Stun, or Mosh Pit goes on to Brightwing. Winterheart dancing around looking to find those cocktails. Brightwing though will follow Raynor.
Well, Got Filth was in range to finish off that Brightwing that time. Now Carbon under some pressure, barely able to make it back into base. Tenny out here looking to get that bomb fully stacked up, but not quite in time. D.Va is slid upon and killed. 25 kills in the game for ReGen. They're going to take game number 1 with ease. It's a 3-level lead at the end of it. GG, well played on Infernal Shrines.
Well, so if you're a fan of the main tank D.Va, she has some weaknesses, definitely. But she has some strengths. We saw some good things coming out of that D.Va, I'd say, in game number 1.
And let's take a look at this match summary brought to you by Vivify. Fantastic cables. If you want to find out more about Vivify, head on down to the Twitch panels below stream, click the link, and get yourself some sweet cables. So game 1 MVP, StoiC, we're on the PTR, and ReGen playing some stuff we'd see on the live patch, but making it work up against that new D.Va.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think interesting pick. Like, you know, they picked up Weary Day, picked up Deckard in the first slot, and Deckard I think just set up so many things for them. Not picking up Ruby, but with the Sapphire and the Emerald, the other 2 gems that we haven't talked about frankly as much over the last 2 months, definitely helping secure a lot of kills with the healing reduction and those big slows.
Well, looks like we're going to get right into game number 2. Battlefield of Eternity link is already out there for us, StoiC. Appears to be the selection of ReGen this time. First pick going to belong to Forge Esports as we go on into this game number 2. Anything new you want to see? I know, we got to see the new D.Va. Do you also want to see the new Gazlo?
You know, I watched somebody, I can't remember who it was. Maybe it was Chris doing some auto attack Gazlo theory crafting on his patch review. Looks pretty fun. Auto attack Gazlo looks pretty fun to me. I'd like to see some of that in this game.
Well, Battlefield of Eternity, a bit different of a map, although it is another Diablo map. Plays a bit differently. You only have the 2 lanes. You got the big jungle area with the Immortals to fight over. A bit more team fight heavy, whereas we saw a few kills with some disparate amount of heroes in the action. I think we're going to see a different style here on BOE, and with ReGen drafting first. Excuse me, second. Forge is drafting first. That's correct. That's going to change up what we saw in game number 1, I think, a bit. It's going to be Forge making the ban onto Ana this time.
Yeah, interesting. Still, I imagine we're going to see some of the same bans here as these viewers that were strong last time, still strong, except for a little bit of a respect ban and a map ban on the Li-Ming here. I don't want Carbon, that deadly mage.
And there's a ban onto Chromie. Will this be a ban on Orphea? Are they just trying to ban out Carbon's main mages? I don't know. You know, don't make me draft for ReGen. Imperious. Okay, he's pretty strong here.
Imperious, definitely. Like, if you can find a fight under an Immortal and you get a spear on 2 under an Immortal stun, I mean, that is a game, absolute game changing.
Yeah, I mean, think about Imperious, though. He lives or dies on whether or not he lands that Q. If he misses the Q, yikes. Now you're out of position, you're not doing much for your team, and you're on cooldown. But if you land it, my god, is that one of the most impactful CCs in the entire game. You're exactly right. So good here on BOE. There's going to be a nice Rainer grab for Carbon. Option to go into Exterminator here on Battlefield of Eternity.
Yeah, and also, like, Godfilth played it with such finesse in the last game. You know, what was it, 12 kills with 69,000 damage.
Hey, background music swells up really loud over the casters, FYI. Like the in-game music? Here, let me lower the in-game music a bit. I think I did. Oh, is it not letting me go into options right now? Great. Lovely. Yeah, I'll do it this
Pickups are Greymane and Garrosh for ReGen.
Sorry.
With ETC and Tehran, they picked up for Forge Esports there. Next round of bans, we'll see what happens.
Sorry, a little housekeeping that time, StoiC.
Yeah, no worries. Urel banned. Space Goat, still such a strong offlaner, still, even with the continued nerfs to her level 1 Dauntless.
And the Uther ban. Okay. So ReGen picks 3 and 4 this time, already having Hot Joe with the Garrosh. Still need a support. Game 1, it was the Deckard Kane. Might be an option here for them again on BOE. I think maybe, though, the Stukov a bit more priority as of late. Perhaps they go into that. As for the other damage, I'm not so sure. Okay, it's going to be Azaria for Porky, and I was spot on with the Stukov.
Yeah, excellent. That was a perfect snipe there. Interesting that the Deckard is not even going to be considered in this game as Valimar on the Tyrande. A lesser seen hero, but we've still seen with great effect those owls can definitely do a ton of work here.
Okay, so it's not the in-game music, it's the Chilly Mountain music. I got you. I'll make sure that volume is lowered just a little bit next time so it's not overbearing for you guys. It's going to be another Diva selection. This time it'll be Funds playing the Diva, as we do have main tank ETC for Tenidakiel. That does change it a bit, the strategy maybe just a little bit. Lunara's also picked up. Pretty good here. Able to rip down this Immortal quickly at level 4. So I think it's a good pick for Winterheart. Double auto attacks for Carbon and Winterheart, though. And really no big response from ReGen to deal with it.
Yeah, this is really interesting. They have his double auto attack with the Diva. That's a lot of damage coming out. I mean, Garrosh is going to be eating so many attacks here. The Thrall picked up, so the double kind of bruiser with Azaria Thrall. Greymane's going to have a lot of support behind him, and a lot of pressure to deal damage.
Well, let us know in chat who you think's going to win this game number 2. Will it be ReGen #RG, or will it be Forge Esports #FE in chat? Game 1, you guys picked Forge, and unfortunately, you guys were wrong. So you're 0 for 1 tonight, chat, but plenty of time to come back. StoiC, who do you think's going to win this game number 2?
I like what Forge Esports has drafted here. I think that they've got Diva in a little bit better of a spot. I think she can bring in some high damage bruiser. I think Forge takes this one, ties up the series.
All right, let's load on in to game number 2 here on Battlefield of Eternity. We got Weary Day playing the StoiC. There's TT Porky on Zarya, Madara Uchiha on the Greymane, Hotcho on Garrosh, and up in the top lane playing the solo. It's got Filth with the Thrall. Give it up for ReGen.
The battle begins in.
And the red team
10
looking to
seconds.
tie it up. It is Winterheart on Lunara, Tenedakil on ETC, Valimar on Tyrande, Carbon now on Raynor, and Funds taking D.Va top lane. It is Forge
Let
Esports.
the battle begin.
So this is different. D.Va in the solo. We'll see how that works out. Level 1 talents. Actually, here's a big rotation from Forge, sending 4 to this top lane. But got Filth playing safe for now. Doesn't have any information on where the opponents are and doesn't want to be the first to die. We'll see if he gets a little bored and starts wandering out once he sees this D.Va. No, alright, he's going to play it smart, stay back by the wall. So ReGen going to know that information. They're going to pressure in this bottom lane.
Yeah, I'm sure that there's been some communication here that's allowed them to now get so much damage here. The rotate comes down, Tenedakil is there to find a slide onto 3, and the follow from Valimar is there.
Toss over on EDC. Was that the Gladiator's Medallion already coming out from Penny? Early use, 5-minute cooldown for him.
Yeah, 44 seconds. You won't have that again until well after the first Immortal is over.
Another stun gonna land there from Hotcho. Does get the flip, but power slide again from Tenny. Gonna send him back to safety. No kills early in this one, whereas in game number 1, it was some quick blood coming out. Okay. You know, I think we'll see some kills, but not having them early is a bit of a different story so far.
Yeah, down in the bottom hand, ReGen taking advantage of this 4v3 they have and taking this camp early, right under the nose of Forge, not able to respond.
In top lane, Thrall having to deal with both the Lunara and the D.Va. You see D.Va right now in that pilot form, such a little tiny D.Va. But Godfield coming out, looking for the kill onto Winterheart, pops that medallion, and the big shots coming out. Here come the Nitro boosters, and Fun's gonna get first blood of the game on Thrall. That's how you play this new D.Va.
Yeah, interesting. The 2v1 top and the 3v4 bottom have ended up in about the same position. Both wells still alive, both forts still alive, but no towers.
Well, this top lane fort could be in trouble. Hotcho making this big rotation, trying to find Lunara with the toss. Not quite able to. Has to play it back to safety. Below 50% health. Bottom lane, they do get the kill onto EDC. Sorry, didn't have the camera down here. We had action on both sides of the map. But that is the first kill of the game for ReGen, as they've gotten through a wall and they're starting to threaten in onto a fort.
Oh, EDC had a great slide. Tyrande had a great stun to follow up, but ultimately Greymane was able to put so much damage on the EDC by just good kiting.
Trying to keep eyes on both sides of this action. Winterheart's been flirting with some low health, and Godfield landing the... Oh my god, that wolf was on the money. I thought maybe Lunara was going to have the speed to hop away, but not quite able to. Let's see some of these level 4 talents as we head on into the first Immortal phase of the game. Will be Nature's Calling for Lunara going to help out along with this Exterminator at level 1 from Raynor. 2 auto attack heroes that can absolutely shred through these Immortals.
ET was holding for a moment there on his loudspeakers pick up at level 4. I'm interested to know what was the consideration. Loudspeaker's such a strong talent for Peel.
Trying to root the D.Va and kill her before she's able to use that explosion. Fun's now trying to kite away. Does avoid the cocktail from Greymane. Here's a good lunar flare from Tyrande, keeping Madara Uchiha locked in, but now able to Worgen jump away to safety, although you can't be there, Stukov. Second kill of the game for Forge Esports, coming at a great time here during the Immortal race.
Ooh, Immortal stun, finding down Tenedakil, preventing that slide onto the heroes here. Hotcho dropping quite low, the lunar flare connects, Hotcho dropping solo, Lunar poison will finish off the Garrosh there. Red team will take us to halftime.
We do have at least one of these heroes respawning. Stukov back on the map, trying to make the sprint back across here. Should be here in time, but not enough time to clear out that Immortal. First objective of the game, it belongs to Forge Esports. That's their first of the night.
It is. Their race though, is absolutely absurd with this Exterminator Raynor and this Nature's Calling Lunara. As I'm watching this D.Va play, it's interesting. It's almost like she has to play like a Johanna When she's got her trait, or her mech, she can be a lot more aggressive, and once that's down, she's got to kind of step it back.
Yeah, I get what you're saying here. We haven't seen the mech explosion in this one, and I think it's a bit of hesitation, just wanting to make sure that it's ready to go when the team is there to do something with it. Doesn't just want to use it all willy-nilly, just throw it out, although you see Fun's having to use it that time just to survive. Tenny trying to lock Porky inside the explosion, but Porky doing all right with those shields that Zarya is able to provide to herself. Top fort is down. That's the first structure of the game, and ReGen now playing on the back foot for the first time this evening.
Yeah, they're down about a third of a level here. Interesting build deviation from Madara on Greymane, picking up the Wizened Duelist at 7. So we've seen 2 different Greymanes, and neither of them picking up that increased range on the auto attacks.
Diva hopping back into that mech. You can hear that globally, apparently. But now Fun's trying to slow them down. That reduced healing coming out. That's also reduced movement speed. But Garrosh fast enough to get in there. And Fun's now surrounded and will be killed. 4th kill of the game for ReGen. But they have to make a defense on this bottom lane fort. 4 heroes pushing in.
Yeah, Diva falls, but the distraction is almost enough to get this fort completely down.
Oh, there's Garrosh backside. Does he have the taunt? Not quite yet. They're not level 10, but Winterheart going to go down anyway. Now throwing Thrall forward. Tenny Dakiel holding on to a power slide. Will likely be able to get out of here, but a nice stun from Hot Cho going to make sure that's not the case.
Oh, man. That Ancestral Wrath from Thrall, such a strong ability, dealing damage and healing him. You can just hear it ticking as it sucks the health away.
Top lane, Greymane's gonna have to be careful. Here comes Carbon, here comes Funds as well with this Diva. A lot of chase, but they're gonna give up on Madara. He's gonna be back to safety with that disengage. Alba across the map, not gonna reveal too much as ReGen trying to set up with level 10 talents heading into this second Immortal race.
Both teams set up for burn here.
There's
Although
level
Diva
10.
soaking this level 10 for Forge Esports.
They're going to be just a bit late, though. Halftime push, they still need about a 1/5 of a level. It's past a 1/4 of a level. It's getting close. But with that lead and the talent tier, ReGen can just walk in here, do whatever they want. Zarya is still holding her pick, but we do see it will be Warlord's challenge, shove, Sunder, and that is go for the throat for Greymane as Tenny is knocked back. The taunt is on. There's the Sunder as the bunny hop comes out from Diva. Gonna slow this all down. Weary Day in a horrible spot on the backside of this fight as Madara looking to finish off Lunara. Can't get the job done. It's Carbon securing the kill, but Got Filth gonna finish off what got started. But ultimately, it's Forge Esports walking away with the 4-1 advantage in that team fight. Nicely done as they take the XP lead and their second objective of the game.
Yeah, look how fast this Immortal just drops to this Diva, Valimar, or Fun's Valimar and Carbon here. So much damage. They don't even need the race that Lunar would have provided there.
Got Hunter's Mark, Exterminator, Nature's Culling. Hello?
Forge Esports looking to take a structure advantage here as Diva is tossed in and taunted. But those basic attacks are going to get her a little bit more mech back.
Yeah, I mean, she's already got another explosion, or is that just... No, that's just the mech. Okay.
That's
Sorry.
just charge for a mech.
Yeah, charge for mech ready to go. Interesting. Let's see what they can do now. Immortal pushing in just a little bit of a shield as ReGen trying to make sure that they cannot get this keep wall down, but likely going to be falling momentarily. Big slam coming out from this Immortal. Fun still hanging out in pilot mode. I think the smart way to play this right now. Porky full on his energy, going to throw out the expulsion zone. Slows him down a bit and will save this keep as Weird Day is stepping in. They find the kill on ETC. Now a great silence on the Diva. She can't get in the mech, or can she? No, she's down. The kill comes out. They also get the kill onto Raynor. Greymane falls, but Valimar now on the wrong side of dodge, being chased down by Thrall and Stukov. I don't think he gets out of here. Hacho looking for the taunt, doesn't get it. Now Winterheart threatening back in, but Porky with the shield.
Oh, the speed on the shield. Oh,
Leaps.
With the spray. Excellent play by Winterheart there, knowing exactly the limits of that hero in the dodge and using that leaping strike to perfection. I was convinced Winterheart was down for the count.
Well, there's the bio kill switch from StoiC. Gonna give Hotcho a bit more health to work with, throwing ETC over the wall. Now being slowed by D.Va. Here comes that stage dive onto 3 heroes. Got built in the weirdest spot. Big Owl coming from downtown, gonna connect as well as Thrall surrounded. Will be killed. Got built is down. Hotcho in trouble as well. But Fun's falling low with that mech. Will be dead. Now in pilot form, ripping through some damage, but I don't think it's enough to get a kill on any of these heroes. Plenty of healing coming out from StoiC.
Oh, absolute just brawl ARAM bottom here. Just consistently, which actually probably goes in a little bit in favor of Forge Esports, as they have got this wave on top pushed pretty far out.
Well, we haven't seen an objective yet from ReGen in this game. They got close on objective number 2. This will be number 3 about to start up. Another Owl coming as they find D.Va. She hops back in the mech, and Funz is able to run away. Or boost away, I should say. I guess he's not really running. He's jetpacking, baby.
Yeah, seeing that minus 30 armor there, and that's coming from the 30 healing. That's coming from that Garrosh level 1 body check.
ReGen setting up in a defensive position. Rainer below 50% health, gonna pop his self-heal and try to get back in here on his mount. There's a toss on the D.Va yet again, taunted. Can't explode the bomb that time as a stage dive comes in from ETC. The silence was placed right at his feet by Weary Day's StoiC. As this fight continues, still no kills.
Wow, you know, Pentadactyl with that stage dive came to the top camp, which he actually left unfinished.
That was a go for the throat from Madara Uchiha, picking up the first kill of the fight. There goes Tyrande as well, as the mech is trying to be blown up. Funz is gonna fall, doesn't get a kill. It's a 3-for-0 in favor of ReGen, as Madara Uchiha looking for number 4 here. Carbon low and will be destroyed. A quad kill for ReGen as they're looking to grab their first immortal of the game.
Yeah, and you know, although Forge has, there's a Blizzard camp and 3 Katas top. Quite a lot of push. Winterheart. Oh,
Porky didn't find it. I think he thought he was in the bush.
Our battle cannot remain.
But Winterheart's gonna be fine. Wait, look, he's getting cheeky now. He's got a little help from the Wisp. All right, he's got vision here. He knows what's up. He's gonna go back to base, but this will be, or should be, at least, an immortal for ReGen. They still have not picked it up, as Forge Esports is back on the map, gonna get what they can in response on the enemy shield. And they'll have that camp pushing top. That'll slow them down just a bit with the minion wave pushing in with this immortal.
Yeah, the waves will be proxied, so this immortal will, with a large shield, will push onto this fort wall, but there's no minion wave to back it up. Hotcho currently working on that, trying to get this siege camp and minions cleared. But this is going to give Carbon with Exterminator just free clear on this shield with the immortal.
2 heroes showing bottom lane, though, StoiC, going to make it interesting, as ReGen's going to know they have an advantage in any sort of fight taking place right now. Fun's almost getting tossed into the immortal stump, but not quite. There's the taunt. Skyfall coming out as D.Va goes down. I said Skyfall. It's Starfall? What is it called? Starfall, not Skyfall. Isn't Skyfall like a Bond movie or something?
Yeah, I think you're right. You know what? This is going to actually be a keep, though, in the bottom for Forge Esports. During all of this, Winterheart and Pentadactyl take a keep. If ReGen can't get this top keep, this will be a favorable trade for Forge.
Well, they're racing, and Lunara, she's got a lot of core damage if she wants to go for this. Of course, Nature's Calling at 4 also has the Leaping Strike to help get away later on. They're going to take the shield down at least. ReGen just now reaching the core as the Immortal expires. There's heroes respawning, and we got ourselves a race here.
And it's going to be really close here, but it looks like ReGen's going to pull it out just barely.
Just barely. Taking a 2-0 lead with the help of their first objective of the map. They get through the fort, they get through the keep, and they get through the core. Well done by RG there at the end of game number 2. Let's take a look at this match summary, though, brought to you once again by our fine sponsor tonight, Vivify. If you want to get some fantastic cables, head on down to the bottom of the stream in the Twitch panels, click the link, and head on over and check out Vivify. StoiC, this game number 2, it was a tale of 2 halves, really. Forge looked really good all throughout. What caused the problem at the end?
That's a good question. I think, man, I don't. That's a really good question. It's something in that I think they overstayed. Really, what it was, they overstayed on that bottom keep. They couldn't finish off the keep. They stayed a little bit too long, and some small weaknesses in their comp were exploited. And then it was kind of like a trickle of deaths until their core died.
All right, we're going to take a quick look at the talent screen, and then StoiC and I are going to take a short break. We just did 2 in a row. We want to catch our breath, maybe run to the bio really quick, have some water and such. Hopefully you guys at home are hydrating yourselves, having a fantastic Friday along with us here. Fight Night brought to you by Chili Mountain and Vivify. We'll be back in about 2 minutes with game number 3. Welcome back! StoiC, I gotta bring you up. I didn't have you up there. Again. We go back from break and I forget I gotta bring your webcam up. I was reading some Discord chats briefly during the break there. We do have some players thinking this is an in-house lobby. It's not. This is the Chili Mountain Fight Night, ladies and gents. Obviously, you're not tuned in at home if you're trying to join this lobby right now. We are ready to go. I'm going to let them know with my R. We already got R's in chat from our other captains, so I'm sure we should be going underway quickly here. Towers of Doom for map number 3, StoiC.
Towers of Doom. I mean, if you're a Forge fan, give them your energy in chat right now, because they've got to go 3-0 here against a team like ReGen, who they came out to play with some subs, but they definitely came out to play tonight. Towers of Doom, though, is a map where it can go down to the last shot. I mean, you can flame the casters for saying that, but it really can be it really can be 40-1 and then 1-0.
That's true. One of my favorite maps to close out a set. ReGen going to try to do just that here in Game 3. But I think Forge has it in them. They had a lot of really great moments in game number 2 on BOE. The combo of Raynor and Lunara helped them secure early objectives that they got a lot of damage done. They even went for that core race at the end. It was noble. It may be justified to go for it. Didn't quite pay off, but I did think it was a pretty valiant attempt.
Yeah, there's almost a world where they just say, all right, Raynor, you run. We're not going to be able to stop this Immortal. If Lunara and ETC are just shooting the core, you go help them. Last game, also shout out to that D.Va doing a significant amount of damage there. Without having to focus on peeling and setting up fights, D.Va able to dish out so much damage.
Yeah, and interesting, I think notably, both games now with D.Va, we've seen the bunny hop getting that buff where the final leap will also do a micro stun. I think players are thinking it's a bit better than those, I think it's called micro missiles or other new heroic. But having the addition of that stun may be enough to move it to be the better of the 2 picks. Of course, you have that big shot ready to go at level 1. So the new heroic choice, we haven't seen it yet, but bunny hop's been looking pretty good.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's an unstoppable, which is nice. It provides some damage. It also can bring out that CC. I think it's a really strong choice for D.Va here. These bans are rounded out with a top-tier tank, top-tier bruiser, and the 2 best healers.
We've seen a bunch of ETC already tonight. Game 1 from ReGen, Game 2 from Forge Esports. There's the Garrosh trading sides. Tenidakiel going to have their hand at the Warlord.
So interesting pickups here. We haven't seen Diablo is banned, but we haven't seen Diablo played. We haven't seen Johanna played. We haven't seen May played in this series. So
yeah, no May. That's interesting. This is Chili Mountain. She brings the snow. To that effect, we haven't seen Jaina either, but here she is.
There we go. I was going to say, just interesting that some of these tanks that are kind of contested, not even being addressed here.
So Madara Uchiha going to pick up the Abathur here in Game 3, and TT Porky making the move over to the mage position on the Jaina this time. A role swap coming out from ReGen. See if that holds through the end of the draft when we get to the role swap phase. Winterheart going to pick up the Zarya, going to give those speed bubbles over to Garrosh, and also help enable this Varya picked up by Carbon.
Yeah, really interesting here. The Zarya Garrosh combo going together in this game and the last. Really, that Garrosh with that move speed is so scary when he has his cooldowns ready to go.
It's definitely one way to get on top of Jaina, who doesn't really have an escape. She has the ice block later on in the game, but without any sort of additional speed boost, Jaina can really be a target that you can get right on top of. Final ban for ReGen will be Brightwing. The last one taken away by Forge is Zeratul. Now we're up to picks 3 and 4 for RG.
They're definitely going to have to pick up something to protect that Jaina. Jaina can do so much damage. I mean, pre-20, but at 20 with Wintermute, if she can be left alive, I mean, can deal a lot, but they need to build a roster that can protect her, because Abathur is going to do something, but not too much.
Tyrael. I was looking at some tank charts this week coming out. Who put was it Hyde put it out? Someone made a tank chart from Korea. You guys at home probably know. Was it Kyocha maybe? Someone did. They had Tyrael all the way at the bottom. And I was like, wait, Tyrael is a Korean-style tank. So they obviously don't like him right now. But ReGen going to play it here in game number 3. Final picks are Uther and Dahaka for Valimar and Funds. But what do you think about that Tyrael pick, StoiC?
It's an interesting one. I think that Tyrael... I mean, CC is just so good. And right now, they don't have any stun. They don't have much lockdown. And so Godfilth has got to play something. Pick Samuro, so they're gonna they're going forward.
Yeah,
and they're gonna say we're gonna dodge, and we're gonna just go forward. That's
I think they just want to close out game 3. I mean, Abathur Samuro, pretty solid combo, but it's gonna be a lot of shielding here. Zarya with the shields, Uther with the armor. You know, it's gonna be hard to kill targets. They gotta get on top of this Vala. That's the hyper carry. Can she be enabled? Or will ReGen find a way to get on top of her? We'll find out. Game number 3 loading up. Let us know in chat who you think's going to win. Hashtag RG for ReGen. Hashtag FE for Forge Esports. Games 1 and 2. You guys both picked, both times, Forge Esports. You're 0 for 2 tonight. StoiC, I think you even picked Forge last game. What do you think about this game number 3?
Man, this is tough because ReGen... They've got momentum in the series, but they've drafted something that's going to be... They've made it pretty hard. They've made a win pretty hard for themselves. The last 2 comps weren't anything like spectacular. They were just pretty relatively standard. Like, let's just play HOTS. They're going to have to play some serious piano, but they feel confident enough to draft this. So I think ReGen takes it and maybe closes the 3 out.
Well, let's see how it goes. Game number 3 loading in. Towers of Doom still back in base. We see Jaina being played by TT Porky. Madara Uchiha will play that Abathur Weary Day on Stukov once again. Got Filth on the Samuro and Hacho on the Tyrael. Give it up for ReGen.
In 10 seconds.
Down 2. But definitely not out of this series. In the red trunks, it is Winterheart on Zarya, Valimar on Uther, Tenedactyl on Garrosh, Carmen playing Vala, Funds on Dahaka. It is Forge Esports.
Well, Dahaka gonna set up at mid as we see 4 heroes making the move down to the bottom lane for Forge Esports. They have the Zarya. They're the team that can threaten some of these towers early, and they're gonna go for it right out of the gate.
Hacho is there, Weary Day slightly behind, but without any lockdown, they're not going to be able to punish this extreme forward positioning here. They'll actually need to be ones playing a little bit careful of Tenedactyl's possible toss. Garrosh finds a stun. Hacho drops low, 40, 20, 10% health. Will survive. Excellent teleport coming out.
El Fuego with the El Druins that time from Hacho, barely making it back to safety. You know, interesting pickup with the Tyrael, going to give that Jaina the bit of speed that I thought she would need to help survive through this game, as they're going to trade out 1 for 1. Big explosion from Tyrael. Going to get him back in just 4 seconds. All the medallions being popped, like you said earlier, like candy. 3 kills for ReGen as they advance all the way through and net that triple kill.
Yeah, I think that Tyrael death there might have been on purpose to draw out the aggression as Samuro came from that flank from the backside, knowing that they could punish that with just that whirling dervish of blades that is Samuro.
And the cooldown reduction with this trait got him back on the map so quick, where it used to be kind of like Monka-esque trait, like boom, you explode, you barely ever kill anyone with that trade explosion, at least now you get some sort of redemption to reduce your cooldown on your death timers. And I really haven't seen too much Tyrael in a long time. This is one of the first in a while.
Yeah, we'll see how it's played here. A little bit of a duel of tanks at the bottom as the damage starts to trade above them. Hacho dropping quite low again, maybe looking for a tactical death. Nope. Carbon, though, steps very far up. Samuro sniffs it out, is beginning that rotate down. Apather's going to try and catch Soak to regen, as Gottfield is now on a Carbon, begins the attack.
Oh, Carbon's got to be careful. Every time Samuro gets down here, they're trying to get right on top of Vala. Tyrael low. Winterheart, however, is going to be the one to fall. Samuro into stealth mode when he gets tossed back by the towers. He's going to survive. 4-1 in the game so far for Regen. 2 of them belonging to Gottfield and that same.
And he's back.
Yeah, he just feigned like he was leaving and didn't go anywhere.
No mana for El Druin. Wow.
It's some damage on Carbon.
Vala has, her health bar is so small. Like, that's absurd.
Well, Abathur's been the one soaking this top lane up against Dahaka, who's rotating between mid and top. There are a bunch of mines down there, down now to help slow down these rotations from Funz's Dahaka. As Abathur is going to be the one to burrow in and pick up the top left altar. Winterheart's channeling this bottom side, and it'll be 2 for 1 in favor of Forge Esports here during our first objective.
Yeah, so while they might be down on kills, they're now up on core points here. Big fight, though, breaking out in this bottom lane. That's
a good blizzard from Jaina, going to split up the squad of Forge Esports. Good stun from Garrosh landing on the hot Joe, but he's going to be just fine, moving on back to safety. Retreating away almost at level 7 is Regen. We'll see which talents they want to go for here. I think Jaina is going to be able to help out a bit more, maybe going to continue on this Ice Lance build. There it is at level 7. It is the Ice Lance. And another rotation down from Gottfield, looking to continue the pressure in the bottom lane.
Providing so much. There's like a lot of zoning circles happening from this blue team. I fear for when they. I feel like a big power spike is going to come online, putting at like 10, but also at level 13 with StoiC to get that root, that virulent reaction. I think that's where we can really enforce the record with.
Forge trying to come on into this Sapper camp, but it's already grabbed by Regen. Good lurking arm from StoiC. Weary Day making sure they cannot advance further, and oh my god, Samuro ripping through Carbon's health bar every time he gets into these fights, but still no kills either way in this one.
Yeah, Avatar body soaking mid during all of this is keeping him having a slight level advantage, or slight XP advantage.
Drag on the money. Hot Cho uses the medallion, but will fall. Here comes the trade explosion. Doesn't get a kill, but Dahaka surrounded. Funds might fall, running out of essence, and will go down. A 1-for-1 trade as Tyrael will be back up in 5 seconds. Dahaka a bit longer, and objective number 2. This second set of altars is ready to go.
Do not disappoint.
Yep, Gottfield here disrupting with these clones, preventing this channel. It looks like Winterheart will get it up top. Will StoiC have time down the bottom? Oh,
no. Good job by Carbon. Tenny finding the toss now. Great hammer from Uther as well. Weary Day was in a bit of trouble, but oh my god, look at that damage coming out from Vala. Absolutely disrespecting the other side as Jaina can't get away. There's a drag landing onto Tyrael, and Hot Cho barely again with the Eldruin's able to survive. But it's 2 more altars secured for Forge Esports. They send the core of Regen down to 24. It's a 12-shot lead right now.
Yeah, wow, this is but the blue team is much closer to 10. So while the objectives have gone significantly in favor of Forge, this is not even Regen's final form yet. So we'll see. But they do have a large. They have to get a lot of altars here once they do hit 10.
Well, I like what I'm seeing out of Forge, taking this advantage early, right? Like, they're wanting to fight before Samuro really gets going. Now at level 10 is going to change a bit of the story there. But my god, this multi-shot build, look at this. Punishment and Arsenal picked up for Vala. And in that last fight, it just ripped through 3 health bars at the same time. And RG was like, oh boy, what just happened to us? Are we dead? Oh, we are dead.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good thing that Vala picked up this multi-shot build here. Red Team significantly needs that AoE damage. Clone
Danny
is
getting that
used
speed
on
bubble.
Jaina.
Only tossing the Samuro, but the expulsion zone so good, and Porky's down now for the second time. Madara Uchiha does clone onto Porky before he dies, but I don't think they're finding any kills anytime soon. Without that Ring of Frost, not much they can do. The Sanctification, it's not used either. I think RG may be regretting that last fight there.
Yeah, interesting. Picking up that Ring of Frost. Want to lock down all these frontline targets, hoping to get some, maybe some damage from both Blizzards, from both possible copies of Jaina Godfield. Going in here, and going back out with that annoying Samuro. Dahaka here, knowing that can be aggressive, looking for this possible Abathur cheeky cap.
Do not let the Gravekeeper's cronies.
Oh, he's
reach
definitely
the
going to try to
altars
cap it.
before
Regen's
you.
going to see this now. Mine's coming down, but it's going to be a bit too late. Dahaka is able to steal it away. Another one. Bottom side, they get the kill onto Tyrael. There's the D-Shield, going to keep Garrosh alive through that trade explosion from Tyrael. Porky's down yet again. This is now 7-6 in favor of Forge here in game number 3. They're getting more altars. There goes Dahaka yet again. It's going to be stalled out this time by Abathur. Alright, that time he kills it. He's got the swarm. And gets the channel. 4 more shots being sent towards Regen's score, setting him down to 16. They're up 20 shots now. And Fun's able to escape the grasp of Gotfilth Samuro yet again.
Wow, and they're taking the bottom fort. They're stealing this bottom camp. Forged in a very commanding position. Regen has not been able to find what they need since that early game. There's the Ring of Frost. Grabs one, but thrown to safety is Winterheart. Hacho now locked down, taunted, but Tentadactyl also dropping low Gotfield. Taking some damage from his Sapper camp. Hacho falls.
We didn't see the Sanctification again.
Wow.
I mean, we're taking Tyrael here. We're seeing Tyrael this game. We're not seeing any heroics yet. You know, I don't know. Was it interrupted, that fight? It may have been. I could be wrong.
Interesting. I guess Gladiator Medallion is on cooldown for Tyrael, so it is possible with a 30-second cooldown. So it's possible that Tyrael got interrupted. We missed that on the casting test.
Oh, got filled down to 100 health top lane. Fun's almost getting the sneaky kill, as the bottom lane bell tower is going to be held on throughout this phase. We're going to have a single altar up next, but Regen down by 23 shots. It is not looking good for them right now as those sappers cross the line. There's a boss on the map. More sappers just picked up, and Forge Esports is having their way, now fighting Porky wide open again. Yeah, that is death number 4 for Porky, 5 in the game for Hacho.
Level 13 online for Regen. This is the talents they needed, like the heal on Spike Burst,
The time is now.
Icy Veins for Jaina. Lots of good things happening, but they need to stop the bleeding.
Okay, he does get out. Did you see that?
I did. A lot of things to watch here.
Hacho with the holy ground, able to move, but Godfilth surrounded, able to run away. The altar was picked up by Forge Esports, and now they're like, all right, guys, we got a big lead. Let's keep this going. Mule's coming down from Abathur. It's not going to do too much. Neither is this Tyrael. Hacho down yet again. 8 left on the court for Regen. With this boss wide open, it looks like Forge is heading into the pit.
Yeah, this is, at this point, the shots are less important here than bottom fort have been taken, which is taken back. So Forge feeling very confident. Rather than defending this bottom, it makes it, you know, we'll just take the 4, and all we have to get now is 1 more altar to win. And this is a 2 altar spawn. So lots on Regen here to find something, try and equal up his level advantage.
Well, Regen came out swinging early. They got a lot of kills to start off this game. A lot of pressure coming out with the rotations from Samuro. But post-level 10, it's been a different story.
Yeah, I mean, look at their comp. They came out with a little bit of a, not quite cheesy, but something like that with that Abathur Samuro. A stylish comp, we'll say.
It's a very defensive comp. There's the cleanse from Uther going to keep Garrosh alive. I do not think that was the Gladiator's Medallion. Yeah, that was the cleanse. Hand of Protection picked up at 7 from Uther. Top lane, oh, look at this. This changes the story because ReGen thought they were going to be safe, but losing that top lane keep means still just only needing one altar here for Esports.
Forge up to level 16 here. ReGen looking to engage onto them.
Hacho looking to find a place for the salvation. There it is, but not going to do too much as Forge is able to zone away from it. Didn't take the fight in that spot, and another fight. I think they're going to regret Ring of Frost not hitting anything, but the Blizzard will get a couple targets. It's Tyrael down again, looking to explode on Carbon. Does get the kill. Vala is down. Godfield still surviving for now, as Weary Day trying to spread this toxin around and keep the team alive with another bio kill switch, but can't get it off cooldown. It's a triple kill for Forge Esports as they're trying to close out this game number 3. Funds with the channel, and that'll be it. They get all of them. Just Abathur survives. Forge Esports walking away with a game number 3 victory.
Yeah, you know, I think we got to shout out Winterheart there in that game. You know, Vala is the traditional hyper carry, but Winterheart with tons of clutch shielding and excellent damage there in game number 3.
Well, let's take a look at another match summary brought to you by our fantastic sponsor tonight, Vivify. Head on down below the chat. Click the panel there with the Vivify link and get yourself some fantastic cables. They got the charge cables with the lights on it so you never lose it. And they look really cool. Check those out. If you haven't seen them yet, head on over to Vivify and support our sponsor. StoiC, this game number 3 looked way better for Forge Esports. You know, game 2, they were moving in the direction, almost winning that game 2. But this game 3 just solidified that they are in this set and they're here to play tonight.
Yeah. They definitely are. I think that, like, and good on them for that. ReGen came out so explosive in the beginning of that match, and for them to hold on, stabilize, and just play Towers of Doom the way they know how to play it, and ultimately beat the non-traditional comp of ReGen.
Yeah, they tried to get the Abathur Samuro working. Early game, maybe it was. Late game, yeah, they just kind of fell apart. Multi-shot build pretty good from Carbon. Looking at the stats, did have the top hero damage in the game. 5 kills as well was good enough to top all other heroes. Winterheart, though, you're right. This Zarya, wow, impressive play there. Did have the 2 deaths, but 5 kills and 36,000 hero damage. Looking really good as well. We're about to head into a game number 4, ladies and gents. Looks like it'll be Volskaya Foundry. That link is ready to go, StoiC.
Oh yeah, I'm ready. They got me playing, and I really hope that they change that because
you don't want StoiC or me on your team, promise.
Yeah, I'll play Raynor and I'll just click on stuff, but I'll be so scared.
Who's messaging me right now? All right, well, I'll have to read those later. If anyone's out there messaging me, can't read it. Actually, you know what we can do? Here, I'll bring you guys to the bracket. We haven't shown that all night. The standings here in the preseason Chili Mountain Tournament. It's CPOG X Fan Club, currently on top, 2-0. 2-Trick in second place, 3-1. We saw them lose not too long ago, unfortunately. Forge Esports here, 1 win, 0 losses. This is ReGen's first match of this preseason. Trying to get their first win here. And up 2-1, they can walk away with that victory tonight. But they're going to have to do it here. Game number 4 about to be underway. Volskaya Foundry.
What a classic map.
A classic. Yeah, now it's a classic. And it's good because it's got snow and this is Chili Mountain.
Yeah, baby. Alrighty. Game number 4. Forge has swung some momentum back. They've earned their spot back into this series here.
So, Ana's been banned out first all 3 games. Depending on which team had the first ban, that's who banned out Ana. So we'll see if ReGen continues the trend here or perhaps decides to change their mind on what this first ban needs to be in this matchup. But yeah, I think it's still going to be Ana here.
You know, I'm a gold player and I play like a gold player, but CC is just so strong. I think the team that had the stronger CC won the game so far in this series. And Ana is a healer that brings the sleep, which is such a powerful ranged CC. I mean, it's like a Nubarak's Impale. It's just like from range, shuts him down. A Junkrat ban, first off. Junkrat excellent here on displacing people off of the contested points and also just putting in lots of damage from a safe range.
So I wasn't expecting that. But I'm still expecting an Ana ban somewhere here. I don't think she gets through. Okay, there it is. ReGen said, all right, we know that Forge is going to use a ban on Ana, so let's let them do the dirty work. Gives ReGen opportunity to ban out stuff they don't want to play against, including Carbon's Li-Ming here in game number 4.
Yeah, interesting. Chromie left up. Will she be picked up here? I mean, there's a lot, like, fighting over a control point.
She's got to be banned right here, though.
Oh, yeah, shoot, I forgot. You're right.
She's got to be. Well, maybe she won't be, and in which case I think it's going to be a, a very valuable pick for either of these teams. Slowing sands on Volskaya Foundry makes it almost impossible to walk in to these objectives. She's going to be available. It's a ban onto ETC instead.
Yeah, I wonder if Madara just instantly locks Chromie here.
Yeah.
Here we go again.
There it is. I think this is going to be a sandy bloodbath.
So have you been seeing more Q build or the new W build more often in the in-houses?
I haven't seen Chromie play that much in in-houses.
Because she's banned every time.
She's banned because even with the nerfs, she's still so strong. There has been some discussion, and I'm interested in what Madara's. I'm glad because I want to know what he picks up here.
Well,
I don't know what I think.
You guys at home, let us know about this Chromie build. W or Q, as Garrosh and Yarel are selected for Tenny and Funds. I see chat wanting a Gazlowe. It's Crosby saying, give me Gazlowe or give me death. I tend to agree, honestly. I want to see the new Gazlowe. We haven't seen it yet. No bans, no picks.
With Chromie going over to ReGen, that does give Yarel to Forge Esports such a strong hero.
No!
Anyone order a
Boom.
You ask, you shall receive, Crosby.
There it goes. Gazlowe, baby. Gazlowe also good on a point. Can get some turrets. Also allows him to get those W... all those new things that happen with his laser. I don't remember what they all are, but things happen when he gets laser shots, which is easy to hit when you're fighting.
He can get health back. I think he can, like, slow things. They're going to have Wombo combo ability now. I mean, they can do a lot of stuff with the Wombo. They just got to keep track of a lot of medallions. That's all.
That's true. I mean, Chromie's a hero that can do a lot of work to force out medallion usage with her temporal loop. I mean, you can get 6. You can do temporal loop 6 times before medallion comes back off cooldown.
So you think temporal loop over slowing sands?
I think it was Ryokai who said, why do you need a 60% slow in a circle when if you just hit one W, you get that 60% slow? And I think it's a really good point.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say a big reason maybe here on Volskaya just to help with the zone control, because you can shut off entry points. You really can't walk through it if it's sitting there.
Grant us strength.
Outside of that, yeah, you're probably right. No Junkrat available either, so that means you can't have the traps, and Chromie just gets that much more valuable. It'll be Malfurion and Jaina selected for Valimar and Carbon.
Interesting. If Malfurion steps up to get those, like, this is scary if I'm a Malf player, because if Malfurion steps up to hit a Moonfire to proc that heal, he suddenly becomes in range of Chromie abilities. But with 2 strong front lines like Garrosh and Yarel, hopefully they're going to be able to do some protection so that Malf isn't taking any unnecessary heat.
Final 2 are Leoric and Lucio. You got to believe it'll be the Entomb this time for Porky. Look at that, Lucio for the first time tonight can be picked up from Weary Day and Tracer. All right, we got a couple Overwatch heroes at the end of this draft.
Ow. Tracer definitely could put some. If Leoric and Johanna go too far forward with Lucio, Tracer can definitely mess up a Chromie.
Well, game number 3 ended, and Forge Esports finally picking up their first win of the night. Will they be able to send us to a game number 5? They need your support now. Let us know who you think's going to win this game 4 in chat. Hashtag RG for ReGen. Hashtag FE for Forge Esports. StoiC, you've been in the corner of Forge tonight. What do you think about this game 4 draft?
I think I got to invoke Johanna rule here. And I think ReGen takes this, not because of Johanna here specifically, but because I think that the Chromie here if I'm weighing Chromie and Yrel is such a top tier bruiser, but I think Chromie is she's just silly. I mean, her damage with W's is so strong.
The little girl is silly. You're right.
So I take ReGen.
Okay. Here we go. Game number 4, Volskaya Foundry. Let's introduce some of these players. A lot of them, didn't change their skins here on the PTR. A lot of pleb horses, but either way, Weary Day on the Lucio, Porky on Leoric, Got Filth playing that brand new Gazlo, Madara Uchiha on the Chromie, and Hot Cho on the Johanna. Give it up for ReGen.
And the red team on a lot spicier mounts for the most part. It is Winterheart on Tracer, Carbon playing Jaina, Tenidakil on Garrosh, Funds playing Yrel, and Valimar on Malfurion. It is Forge Esports. Looking to tie the series, 2-2.
Pretty standard at 1. Let's look at Gazlo going into Rocket Boots at level 1. Increase the cast range of Explodium Charge by 30% and its damage by 20%. Hitting an enemy hero increases movement speed by 20% for 3 seconds. So it looks like he's going for that bomb build this time.
And it is Shoe build for Chromie here. We'll see if she picks up that level 5 with this Mobius thing.
Hacho tossed over the shoulder of Garrosh, but uses that Gladiator's Medallion, and whoa, 75 health. Tracer looking for the finish. Winterheart trying to get flashy, but really just ends up having to use that rewind back to safety at the end of the play.
But look at Madara excellently knowing when and where Tracer would be and dropping that W on them. Forced to use a Gladiator Medallion again here, again in the free 1 minute. Garrosh gonna walk away after not being able to secure that kill.
You see the Gladiator's Medallions coming out early. That's just players min-maxing their total usage throughout this game. They know, use it in the first minute, you get it back by the 6th minute. Maybe it's a high-level play.
It's possible. We'll see, though, is a death in the first minute more important than a death during this first objective?
That's true. We will be in that first objective with a few heroes without medallions. Might have some effect on how it goes, especially if Garrosh can walk into the face of any of these players. Looked really good in game number 3. Helped secure that win for them for sure. And Tenidakil going to try to do the same thing here in game number 4, tossing Johanna over into the support camp pen. Not Cho will be able to escape as ReGen makes this rotation towards the top lane. Still no first blood as, look at this Gazlo starting to set up on the Sentinel.
Yeah, interesting. Picking up that easy dimensional Ripper at 4 for extra armor and damage reduction here. Oh, quite a bit of damage here, though. Dropping on a Tenidakil with time stop from Chromie, and the Q will not connect Tenidakil in the long way.
Turret was dropped from ReGen, though. Winterheart still holding on to the turret from Forge Esports. So it's a biotic emitter, traded out for a turret. ReGen walks away with the camp. And the XP just about tied up here on Volskaya.
Yeah, first Deckard spawning, no kills for either side, both in level 5, although ReGen here is a little bit earlier on the soak. It looks like Forge will be able to catch up, though, as they clear these waves top and bottom.
Porky starting to rotate towards mid as ReGen working on their camp does pick it up on the other side. A little bit behind right now, Winterheart and Valimar nearby on the siege camp for Forge Esports, so control point A going to be in control of ReGen as we get going here. A lot of turrets from Gazlo. Maybe that's why they didn't mind dropping that turret earlier. They're like, hey, we got our own turrets.
Don't want turret overload. Garrosh here taking quite a bit of damage just standing around. Luckily, Malfurion's going to be able to heal him. It's not that burst.
Keeping track of stacks from Chromie, still sitting at 7 on this Sandblast quest. Once again, the first time at level 1. Garrosh walking through that W. Whoa, a lot of damage that time. As, look at Gazlo too. This W charge, it's so much quicker and so much more effective than it used to be. A much better ability now in the kit for Gazlo.
Yeah, Gazlo actually was leading damage there for quite a while for the blue team, even over Chromie.
Bringing up the damage meters now as Tracer unfortunately going to miss that pulse bomb. Tenny falling low down to 42 armor and makes it out. Fun still leaping in. Another bomb coming out from Gazlo. And it'll be Hot Cho becoming first blood of the game. Yrel very low, 300 health. will make it out. Madara trying to finish off a kill, but doesn't look like they'll find it. Chromie ends up going down. A double kill for Forge Esports as they get the first percentage channeled in on this objective.
Wow, you know, once Johanna fell, you know, Chromie was so vulnerable as his camp now being taken by Forge. Porky and Weary Day, though, looking to try and contest a little bit. A little scary as this is 5 members of Forge Esports here. Chromie's going to pick up shifting, slowing sands with her level 7 pickup. I think it's definitely the sands.
Absolutely. It's level 8 pickup, by the way.
Yeah, it's level 1.
And it's slowing sands, you're right.
With a proper greeting, that totally makes sense. I assume she'd go for the W talent at 5, but not the case.
Porky trying to play a bit of offense, going to be stunned there a bit by Yarel. Makes it back into the safety of this biotic emitter. Still alive for now, but Porky will end up falling. There goes Garrosh. Yes, a 1-for-1 trade as we're in an overtime situation practically here. ReGen's going to have to back up, but they can't leave this for too long.
Yeah, double turrets there, absolutely shredding Gazlo's single turret here. So many pushes here happening as Yarel is trying to keep the blue team out. Trying to get that channel over to their side. Winterheart dishing out a ton of damage here to Porky. Bugs jumping in as well, finds the hammer, but looks like red team will have to relinquish. Winterheart drops extremely low.
Madara, oh man, almost coming down with the Hellfire on top of Tracer's head. But Winterheart barely getting enough healing in from that fountain, and Malfurion nearby. Still level 9 for both of these sides as the slowing sands are down yet again, making it near impossible to get out of this pit. And finally a kill again for ReGen. That one onto Garrosh. Can't seem to stay alive during this objective.
The move into the Chromie was so powerful. Lucio there with a great assist.
Fun still trying to threaten from the bottom side of this, but you saw just how much value Madara got with that slowing sands. Playing this Chromie here in game number 4. It's just so oppressive. You can't walk in the objective every time it's out. Like, that's it.
Yeah, you're totally right. It's definitely a mistake for me to even consider to pour a loop here on this map.
Well, they're going to get through a couple of walls, and looks like a fountain maybe too, Stoic.
Yeah, probably some. Waves are a little bit pushed, so Blue not able to get as much as they wanted from that kill and objective. But still able to get that top whale, usually the minimum thing you're looking for.
Well, looking at this from Gazlo will be the Gravo Bomb coming out. Entomb, and we do have the Barrier and Blessed Shield. Another Pulse Bomb going to miss there from Tracer.
There's definitely some wombo possible here.
Well, Weird Day just skating around, making sure nearby to make sure both Johanna and Chromie are safe as they get out of this protector. And that will be the case.
On that turret bottom.
Yeah, here's the thing about New Gazlo. He's a menace at taking camps. It takes no damage and just so quick at destroying them. Look at this.
Yeah.
Winterheart's got to be careful here at mid. Pretty nimble with the Tracer, but Gazlo going to make this rotation around. If you can find that rewind location, could be a great opportunity to get some stuns out with this Gazlo, but instead going to rotate onto the support camp. Vision now provided by Garrosh. He's in here, slowing sands down. There's the Entomb, and ReGen turning their sights. Ring of Frost in response from Jaina, but the barrier from Weary Day keeping ReGen alive through it. Winterheart having to escape. Teddy moving on the point with the taunt, but will end up falling. A double kill for ReGen. They get their second emitter of the game.
Yeah, nice play there to throw off the Johanna and then taunt, but just not able to survive that deep behind enemy lines.
Chat looking to see some talents, throwing them back up for you. Apologies, wanted to make sure we got to see what happened in that fight. Tracer in a bit of trouble, slowed by Leoric. Popped that medallion and ended up falling anyway. 5-minute cooldown used to no avail from Winterheart that time as ReGen's able to steal away another camp right in front of the faces of Forge Esports. And they're going to keep this pressure on. Looking strong here in the mid portion of Volskaya, and Forge is going to have to find somewhere to step back into this game.
Chromie about to complete her level 1 stacks on her Q. There she does. Now we'll have a third Echo increasing her effective Q damage and basic attacks by another 50%.
Slowing Sands down and Tomb down again on Malfurion. Drain Hope is connected onto Valimar, but the rest of the team not setting their focus, and Malfurion will live. The Yrel will live as well. They used a turret, so a lot went down to no avail that time from ReGen.
A little bit of a possible misplay, not communicating who the kill target was, using an item there. They did have an extra because they had stolen, but I think a kill could have been found in that fight.
Level 13's now being picked up by Forge Esports. Will be the jumper for Tracer. Might try to jump in and get this kill on Johanna, but she's safer now. It's Lucio in trouble, dropping the emitter. It's going to change hands here in Forge Esports now with the nice power play. They do lose their top fort. Already lost their mid fort. But that's a big change of events. The biotic emitter going into the hands of Forge. StoiC, is that going to be enough for them to get back in this game or not?
I'm not sure. We'll have to see what ReGen does. They did use both Ring of Frost as well as Twilight Dream to confirm the kill on that Lucio. So that's two big ults, and Lucio will be back in the next 3 seconds. And those ults are still down for another 45.
Johanna trying to threaten in, but I think Forge knows exactly where ReGen was at, toying around with Yrel in the bottom lane. All heroes starting to make this rotation up, but Leoric trying to help get level 16 right now for RG. They're just a few ticks away. Gonna have to Wraith walk out of this one. There he goes. And Porky should be okay. Roots come down from Valimar right on the money.
Impeccable root there, Valimar.
There's Indomitable by Tenny, but finds himself running through the Slowing Sands. Had to change paths there. Now leaping over the wall is Funds. It's Porky in trouble. Has to Wraith walk out again. Barrier coming down, and looks like ReGen's going to survive for now. Entomb's going to miss, and that should be the signal back out. You use Entomb, you use the Barrier. You got to play this a bit safe because you know that Ring of Frost has got to be ready to go again.
Yeah, with that level 16 advantage, looks like they wanted to get that camp for a moment, but Gazlo drops his Gravel Bomb, not going to connect. Valimar dropping quite low, trying to be saved by Garrosh, unable to. Blessed Shield hits 3, and that kill drops so low.
Still alive, but will finally go down. Leoric's still up, but he'll go down as well? Question mark? No, Porky's still alive somehow. Leoric does not fall, and ReGen win the fight 2-0. Might be more. There's the Ardent Defender. They got to slow down the damage for a bit, but they're back in chase. They're going to try to find Funds, not let him get away. Boops are here from the Lucio, and Funds will fall. Ends up being a triple kill for ReGen. They got a support camp right in their viewpoint.
Drain Hope OP, absolutely nullifying Tracer's damage as Leoric was healing through all of them.
We got Miss Murda RG in chat. Everyone show her some love. Thank you for stopping in. Thanks for checking out the Chilly Mountain. How'd you know I was here, by the way? I didn't tell you that.
If you want to know if Gazlo can solo the support camp, the answer is very much yes.
Absolutely. I think he can do a boss as well. I could be wrong.
I bet he can.
I'd imagine he can.
So hot right now.
So hot right now. All right, well, 16s are picked up. That's the big talent here right now as the Ring of Frost coming down. Godfield does use that biotic emitter. Slowing Sands are slowing down this Garrosh. Teddy really can't walk in and continue doing anything in this fight with the Garrosh. He's the one who has to lead this off, especially when that Ring of Frost is already down. A lot of heroics use. Just the Twilight Dream remains for Forge Esports.
Oh, Johanna so close to getting that Subdue quest there, but finding that big slow. This whole fight began because Johanna missed the Blessed Shield, but Forge Esports not able to punish for it.
That was a medallion pop from Tenny Dakiel as the Entomb's ready to go, Slowing Sands as well. ReGen maybe have a bit of an advantage moving into this point. 9 seconds away from the Warlord's challenge. Tenny moving in the pit, but there's the Entomb finding multiple targets. They get 2. It's Malfurion and Yrel down. Winterheart trying to escape. Tenny trying to escape. It'll be at least 3 here. Might be more unless Winterheart can somehow get away, but won't. A quad kill for ReGen. They're going to have this Protector as well. Could this be a keep? Could it be more, StoiC?
You know what? This is a very late second protector. Usually we're looking at like 19 to 16 is usually a third protector spawning.
Oh, is that another panic medallion?
And another death. I mean, honestly, this could be cool. 15, maybe not.
30 seconds for Jaina. She's got the Ring of Frost. That's the talent they need to stop this. I think ReGen wins right here.
Yeah, I think if they can ignore this funds, if they can grab Balamar or just right-click this core.
They are indeed going for it. They got to keep Madara alive on this backside of the fight, holding on to a turret, trying to get some damage onto Garrosh. Will be taunted as Tenny's just trying to make sure Madara can't get onto this core as well. But now able to move past with Garrosh so low. Core down below 2/3. 40% now, 30%, 20. Protector is destroyed, but ReGen will close out game number 4 and take the set 3-1 over Forge Esports here this week in the Chili Mountain Fight Night.
Excellent play from both of these teams. Man, that chromie though. Oh. Oof. You know, interesting that even like she was nerfed, but that was a pre-buff build. That's still just absolutely shredded. Madara just dealing 65,000 damage.
That's it. 3-1 victory tonight for ReGen. They do bring in 3 subs tonight, though.
Ooh.
Just Porky and Hot Show main roster slots on this team. So a lot of credit got Filth, Madara, Uchiha, and Weary Day for subbing in today. Porky? Oh, you found us. Hello. Welcome.
Yeah.
What a game. A match, I should say. Game 1, Game 2, Game 4. Going over to ReGen. It's 3-1 tonight.
Those were some pretty fun games.
So let's talk maybe not as much about what happened here tonight. I want to actually focus the interview on how you think this in-house season's going. A lot of players setting up for the CCL, and you brought in 3 subs tonight. I'm sure you've been playing a lot with them this week.
Yeah, I've played with all of them, like, decent amount of in-houses. We've been some of us in in-houses have been playing like 6 or 7 hours a day, and they're really fun games, especially with the EU players.
Yeah, and getting to check out you teams here in the fight night in maybe more of a coordinated setting where you're getting to play multiple maps in a row with the same roster. Maybe, you know, a bit of a change of pace for you, but did you feel as though the in-houses helped lead into a better game plan tonight for ReGen?
Well, yeah, I feel like because of the in-houses, I've gotten to play with all of the people that sub tonight, and we have developed a bit of synergy. And yeah, in-houses also help in like scouting for like when actual teams want to pick up people, that kind of thing. So because they've already played with them in the in-houses.
So this is a shady question. Are we ever going to see a win for you from the DPS position, or is Jaina just not going to work?
I kind of trolled that game, but I don't know.
No, it's fun. I think it's a classic combo.
Well, I mean, I did play
Abathur...
Zarya. I did win with Zarya.
That's true, and she's a badass hero. You guys had the Garrosh, and I think they wanted to take a page out of your book in the next game, and they made it work. So the Zarya Garrosh tonight, 2-0. But I want to talk about the Abathur and the Jaina because I like that pairing. It's a classic one because Abathur clone on the Jaina does get that additional spell boost. Is that what the intent was, or what were you guys thinking with the Jaina pick?
Oh, I mean, so the thing was, I wanted to play Abathur, so they first picked the Garrosh. My Jaina is obviously my first instinct because Garrosh can instantly die with a Jaina clone post 16 because of the minus armor I get.
Right.
And it's really, Jaina is really good because it gives you anti-siege. They had a siege comp, and we were able to hold them at our wall for most of the game until we, like, I'd say post 13 when we died and they started snowballing, and then they got our fort. But we held that bottom fort against Zarya, Vala, Garrosh for most of the game, and that's because of the Jaina. And it does the same thing as like a junkrat, and because they can't really push into you that much.
Right. Yeah, a bit of a snowball here on the Chili Mountain. I like your illusion there. What do you think about the game number 4? Excuse me, game number 3 though. They take the Garrosh and the Zarya, and they pair it in with the hyper carry Vala played by Carbon. I know you're good buddies with him. Anything you want to say about that Vala in game 3?
I know Carbon doesn't play that much Vala, but I thought he played pretty well. But I guess they do have 3 supports, or they had 2 supports that game.
Right.
So
yeah, Zarya Uther.
Yeah, they had Zarya Uther. So he stayed alive a lot more than I would have liked.
Okay. Tonight you guys had a lot of subs. Anyone you want to shout out as being a standout? I think all 3 of them, Got Filth, Madara Uchiha, and Weary Day, all really had their moments of brilliance tonight.
I agree. Who do I give this to? Honestly, I'd have to give it. Oh my god, this is so tough.
You don't have to give it just a 1.
I'm gonna have to give it to Weary.
Okay. Yeah, I like the Stukov.
Yeah.
I made a couple calls that the Stukov is coming out, but it looked good. Game 4, the Lucio, it looked good. Quality play from Weary Day, you're right.
Yeah, it also looked good game 3 because they had double auto attack, but I think we should pick Joe instead of Tyrael. That was a misplay in draft.
StoiC,
Yeah,
any questions for Porky?
Yeah, thoughts on this new patch? What should us peasants be aware of as we go into this patch?
Good question.
Peasants? Gazlo is actually playable now, and yeah, I think also the medallions make some heroes very unplayable. Like, I know in the in-houses, like, that actually made Joe unplayable because people just cleansed it because you can't use Blessed Shield. I thought it wouldn't get as much value, but I think people ended up having to use self-cleanse to get out of, like, Slowing Sands or, like, Lucio Boops or other sort of, like, soft CC that we had. So we were able to use Blessed Shield and get kills pretty consistently, just like on live.
As for the Gazlo, you think he's kind of relegated to Infernal Shrines, maybe Volskaya Foundry, some of those like more point control heavy maps, or?
Well, yeah, that's where Gazlo has always been good, is those point control maps, because they have to group up for Gravo Bomb. Like, in actual play, like, you don't really do Robo. It's like, you have to do a Gravo Bomb combo. And Gravo Bomb 20 is actually was really oppressive and still is. And it covers such a wide area. And now that Gazlo is actually useful pre-20, you might see a lot more of him.
All right. Well, Porky, thank you for joining us. Any final shout-outs on your way out? Other than that, GG's tonight.
Shout-outs to Chili Mountain for putting this on. Appreciate you for giving us another tournament to play in. Shoutouts to the ReGen fam, of course. Thanks for supporting us. And,
pleasure.
Yeah. Shoutouts to StoiC, actually. I'm looking forward to seeing the VOD and what calls you make. StoiC, yeah. StoiC is speechless right now.
He's usually speechless.
And shoutouts to my Twitch, twitch.tv/ttporky. Follow me. I stream in-houses and sometimes Storm League.
Yeah, show that man some love. Twitch.tv/ttporky. Brilliant job tonight, the captain of ReGen. Thank you for joining us. Best of luck, whatever's going on. I know you got Storm Division, I think Wednesday, unless you're rescheduling.
Yeah,
I think I heard you're rescheduling.
We're rescheduling.
Okay.
I think it's probably going to happen Thursday, but it's nothing 100% confirmed.
Okay, so check out ReGen Storm Division NGS this week. It's week number 1. You're going to want to watch that. A lot of fantastic teams. I know Forge Esports was trying their damnedest to get in, but couldn't play in that final qualifier, and I think they probably would have qualified if they played.
Yeah, they would have. They
definitely would.
They had to use a ton of subs during the Storm qualifier, so they like really never had their full 5 until like weeks 4 and 5, which is really unfortunate. I would have liked to see them play. They're a very good team.
Well, appreciate your sportsmanship and your candor here for the interview, Porky. Best of luck and have a fantastic weekend.
You too.